Welcome to my favorites and fails of 2024 so far. Today I'm going to share my 2024 new skincare, makeup, and lifestyle favorites that have really helped me look and feel my best at age 64. And I only have a couple of fails. Before we get into it, I do want to wish you a very happy Mother's Day. And also to mention that today is the last day of some pretty great Mother's Day sales such as Timeless, MICROCURRENT, and more. I will list these Mother's Day sales in the description box below. Anyway, if you are excited to see my best of 2024 so far, throw this video a thumbs up and please share your favorites or fails. Let's get the fails out of the way first so we can end on a high note. And I only have two fails. You know, I have the hardest time with tinted SPFs. The shades are usually either a little too deep or a little too warm for my light neutral olive skin tone. So when I heard that Supergoop's brand new Protect Tint SPF 50 came in 14 shades, I was really excited. Now, every single shade was completely sold out by the time I was able to shop the Sephora sale, so I wound up ordering it directly from the Supergoop website. I have a really hard time ordering shades online, so I did pick up two shades. Shade 20C Light Cool, which is a little too light for me, and shade 24N Light Neutral, which is a tad too deep. Luckily, when I blend the two shades together, I can get a really good shade match. Now, I purchased this as a tinted SPF. However, when I apply the required 1/4 teaspoon to my face, it is way too much. So I have been playing with this as a skin tint. I will say the texture feels more like an SPF than a lightweight skin tint. The coverage is very sheer, and it does stay shiny and tacky on the skin for quite a while, so not my favorite as a skin tint either. Total fail as an SPF, not my favorite as a skin tint. You know, I really wish I had done a little more research before picking up two of these fairly expensive products, but I do think the marketing is pretty confusing. You know, Supergoop is an SPF company. The last thing I expected them to do was to launch a cosmetic. Luckily, this next fail was a little easier on the wallet, and it is the e.l.f. Perfect 10 eyeshadow palette. Now the e.l.f. bite-size quads have such a great formula, so I was really excited to bring this home. Really pretty color story. I love the taupes and the mauves and the plums. However, the formula was an immediate disappointment. Just very inconsistent shade to shade. This shimmer is so coarse and chunky and flaky. And this shimmer, I can hardly get any payoff. I think it actually had hard pan the moment I opened the package. And the rest of the shades, they're a little on the thin side, you know, nowhere near the quality that I was expecting based on the quality of the bite-sized palettes. Who knows? Maybe I got a dud? Moving on to favorites, starting with my top 3 in skincare of 2024, so far anyway. You are not going to be surprised to hear me say Prequels the Gleanser. In fact, you're probably getting tired of hearing me rave about this, but I am still so surprised how much I absolutely adore this cleanser. This has definitely dethroned my Mad Hippie Cream Cleanser as my new all-time favorite cleanser. You know, there is a reason this viral cleanser continues to sell out over and over again. This was created by Dr. Sam Ellis, a dermatologist here on YouTube. She called it the Gleanser with a G because it is formulated with 50% glycerin. It has a very unique gel to foam formula that cleanses beautifully, yet leaves the skin incredibly soft, incredibly hydrated, never stripped. This is very concentrated. A little goes a very long way. This is a huge bottle. This will last forever. It is just so incredibly affordable. Now, I brought this to Virginia when I was visiting my good friend Claudia, who has the channel Claudia Glows, and Claudia fell in love with it. And Claudia tries tons and tons of skincare. So now Claudia has been traveling. She doesn't actually have a mailing address for a few months. So I left her my Gleanser, but only after going online, making sure it was in stock so I could reorder it, have it waiting for me when I got home, because I don't want to be without this product. Now this is formulated for all skin types, including the most sensitive. So if you haven't tried this product yet, I highly recommend checking it out. Next up, we have ZIIP Halo's brand new 2-minute lip plumping treatment. Now, my ZIIP Halo is not new in 2024. I have been loving this for pretty close to a year, and I have talked about it many times on my channel. But Melanie Simon, the creator of ZIIP, continues to create and add new treatments and new programs into the app, so there's always something new and exciting to try without having to buy a new device. I do want to thank ZIIP for partnering with me and sponsoring this portion of today's video, and for increasing our discount code to 15%, which of course is listed in the description box below. If you aren't familiar with ZIIP, it is a very unique device that provides dual waveform technology with both microcurrent and nanocurrent. Now, microcurrent is a modality that has long been used both in clinic and at home to gently and quickly lift and tone. Nanocurrent, on the other hand, is a newer technology that works at a deeper cellular level for longer lasting benefits for the skin. The combination really is unique to the ZIIP Halo for overall skin health and glow. Now, with any device, consistency is the key, and although you will see benefits right away, best results are seen after 6 weeks of use. I use my ZIIP Halo about 4 times a week. I always use it on filming days, or really any day I want my skin to look its very best. The ZIIP Halo does come pre-programmed with a 4-minute lift treatment that can be used outside the app. You just turn it on and go. But I almost always use the app. It's really easy, super fun, and so incredibly relaxing to follow along with Melanie in the app. And now with the recent updates, the app now contains 14 different targeted treatments and 4 different treatment plans ranging from 7 to 30 days. With 14 different targeted treatments to choose from, I am never bored. I will choose 2 or 3 different treatments depending on what's going on with me that day. But no matter what treatment I am using, I always finish with my favorite treatment, the brand new 2-minute lip treatment. You know, as we grow older, we lose volume in our lips. We get those lip lines. And believe me, at 64, my lips need all the help they can get. And somehow this 2-minute lip treatment stimulates circulation, gently plumps my lips, brings really pretty color to my lips. You know, it is subtle, but it really makes me feel good. I love the lip treatment. And my last skincare favorite number 3, is a new to me product that I have not yet talked about on this channel, but I have been using it for well over a month and I absolutely love it. And it is DRMTLGY's Microdermabrasion Scrub. Now, I am surprised how much I love this product because normally I am not a fan of abrasive physical type chemical exfoliants. I usually much prefer chemical AHA exfoliating serums or toners or masks. But I heard someone on YouTube raving about this product. I can't remember who it was. It may have been Penn Smith. Anyway, I got really curious, so I ordered it. Like I said, I've been using it for over a month, and I am blown away how effectively yet gently this exfoliates my skin. Now, this has very, very finely milled pumice. You're not going to be able to see that. It's very, very finely milled pumice. It doesn't feel super coarse or abrasive as you massage it into your skin. And no detectable scent. I do believe it is fragrance free. This also contains the PHA gluconolactone, which is one of the gentlest of the AHAs, and is also loaded with ceramides, glycerin, antioxidants, and peptides. So the way I have been using this is I will apply this to my skin, massage it very, very gently into my skin with a little bit of water. Anytime you're using any kind of a scrub, you want to be very, very gentle when you massage and let the scrub do the work. But because it has so many other beautiful actives, I like to leave it on my skin for several minutes to give the PHA and the actives time to do their work. Anyway, once I rinse it off, I am, like I said, blown away how soft, smooth, hydrated, not at all stripped this leaves my skin feeling. I did not find this in any way irritating. In fact, normally when I use any kind of an exfoliant, I avoid potentially irritating acids such as vitamin C. But my skin felt so good after I used this. I did a little test and I applied some of my Timeless 20% ascorbic acid vitamin C serum immediately after using the scrub, and I felt no irritation from the vitamin C whatsoever, no tingling, nothing. So I really do think this is a very, very gentle product. Now, this is also quite affordable at $20 for 2 ounces. Like I said, I only use it 2 or 3 times a week, so a little goes a long way. And I always have my 20% discount code in the description box below, which brings this down to pretty close to drugstore pricing. And today I got an email from Dermatology announcing that they have a new build your own bundle for up to 30% off. So apparently you can choose up to 5 products for up to 30% off. Now, I'm not sure if this is a temporary promotion or a permanent thing, but it is definitely worth checking out. I will put the details in the description box below. Moving on to makeup. Without a doubt, my #1 most favorite cosmetic of 2024 so far is my beloved Dermatology Luminous Corrector SPF 41. I have been wearing this every single day, including today. Now, this is as much a skincare product as a cosmetic product. It hydrates with ceramides, it treats the signs of aging with peptides, it protects from the sun with mineral filters, all the while doing a beautiful job neutralizing, correcting, and concealing darkness around the eye area. Now, this does come in 4 shades: shade fair, medium, tan, and deep. I have a fairly light skin tone and shade medium is perfect for me. So I think medium will work for most light to medium skin tones, unless you are really, really pale, because shade fair is very, very light. Here is what the applicator looks like. Let me show you the shade and the consistency. Here is the shade medium. You can see it has a really soft peach tone. This blends in so beautifully with the warmth of my fingertips. Now, the coverage is light, but because of that peach hue, it does a really nice job neutralizing and canceling and correcting the darkness around the eye area. Many days this is all I need under my eyes, including today. Now, this looks completely natural. There is no creasing, no caking. In fact, it actually softens the look of my under eye wrinkles rather than accentuating them like so many correctors and concealers can. This actually makes my under eyes look better. For the most part, this has replaced my beloved Pixie Peach corrector on an everyday basis. Now, I do sometimes still use my Pixie Peach corrector and concealers when I'm doing more of a full face of makeup, but on an everyday basis, this is a must-have whether I'm wearing makeup or not. Now, this is a little on the pricey side at $44, but it is much less expensive than the Color Science product that was all the rave a few years ago. And I always have my 20% discount code, not to mention that new bundle I mentioned. I have a feeling that this might be my favorite cosmetic of 2024, period, but we're only halfway through the year, so we shall see. Another favorite that really surprised me that I have been wearing every single day, including today, is Lisa Eldridge's Seamless Skin Enhancing Tint. Now, I did not plan to pick this up. I really did not like her foundation. That was a very expensive disappointment, but so many of you requested that I review this, so I took one for the team. I picked it up and I did a dedicated video review. I will link that video in the description box below so you can see this in action. This is one of the most natural looking and longest lasting skin tints that I have tried. Let me show you the shade and the consistency. It comes in a squeezy tube. I am in the shade T6. You can see it's a little bit on the runny side. This does blend effortlessly over the skin. It gives a really pretty light to light medium coverage, and it has a gorgeous, very natural satin skin-like finish. This really is my skin, but much, much better. Having said that, I am not sure how this would work on my extra dry winter skin. In the winter, I really do look for a more hydrating, glowy formula, but this is perfect for this time of year when my skin is almost normal. Now this is a bit of a splurge at $49. Definitely a luxury product, and I don't have a discount code. So if this is a little outside your budget, keep in mind I am currently testing several different more affordable drugstore skin tints for an upcoming roundup video. I think that will be in early June, so stay tuned for that. And lastly in cosmetics is blush. I actually have two favorites in this category, and I couldn't decide which one to talk about today, so I'm going to very briefly mention both. The first is the Rare Beauty powder blush that I picked up during the Sephora sale. Unfortunately, the second I got it home, I dropped it and the top of the pan broke off, so I can't show you how absolutely gorgeous this looks in the pan. Anyway, I did purchase it in the shade Hope, which is a really pretty soft mauve pink. Really, really pretty shade. Now, this is a very glowy blush. Definitely more glowy than my all-time favorite blush, Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blush, which offers a softer, more candlelit radiance. Although I don't see any actual glitter or sparkle in this, this definitely has a bit of a shimmer. If you apply it too heavily, it almost is more like a highlighter effect. But if you go in really softly with a very fluffy brush and apply it very lightly, buff it out, it offers a really pretty soft glow. I did demonstrate this in a video a few weeks ago, so if you'd like to see this in action, that video will be listed below. If you don't want to spend the $26 for this, there are a couple of very excellent drugstore alternatives I will very briefly mention. First up, Essence Pure Nude Blush. I got these last summer, and these are absolutely gorgeous. They offer a similar amount of radiance. This is a peachy shade. I have it in 2 shades. I absolutely love these blushes, and they are under $5. Now, I am not saying these are dupes for the Rare Beauty, but they are very reasonable alternatives. And also, as a reasonable alternative, Milani Baked Blushes. Again, I have this in 2 shades. This is the classic iconic shade Luminoso, which is a beautiful peachy pink that I love wearing in the summer. Oh my gosh, Luminoso is so pretty, and now that summer is coming up, I'm going to get a lot of use out of this. Anyway, the Rare Beauty blush is beautiful. I would like to pick up some more shades, but there are some reasonable alternatives at the drugstore. I do want to very briefly mention a new shade of Merit Beauty's Blush Balm. Now, the Merit Beauty Cream Blush is my #1 all-time favorite cream blush formula. It's sheer but buildable and just gorgeous. I have almost every single shade, but a new shade that I probably would not have purchased on my own is the shade called Rouge, and I think you can see why that cherry red really intimidated me. Luckily, Merit Beauty did send this to me in PR, and I am so glad they did, because I have been wearing the heck out of this. Now, even swatched, it is a little bit scary looking, but it does blend out to a really pretty shade. However, I do not apply this directly to my cheeks. I don't even use my fingers to apply it. How I like to apply this is I use a very, very fluffy brush. This is BK Beauty, I think it's 108, really soft and fluffy. And what I do is I just pick up a little bit on the brush, dab it off because I want to go in with very light layers and just softly build it up to the desired intensity. And oh, there's a hair there. And what I have found is that this just gives the prettiest flush to my cheeks, like I've just had a really good workout. Like I said, I have been wearing the heck out of this. Absolutely love it. And it is pigmented enough that I can just sort of pop it on my lips as a lip stain. Multitasking product. Just a couple of lifestyle favorites, starting with, a few weeks ago, I had a wonderful time visiting my friend Claudia Glows in Virginia. We had so much fun just hanging out and making videos. We posted a really fun Q&A video on both of our channels. Claudia is a certified personal trainer, and in the video she went into quite a bit of detail on the importance of weight training to offset the loss of muscle mass that is occurring with each passing year and to strengthen and protect our bones. I will link that video in the description box below. And seeing Claudia's daily exercise routine really inspired me to up my game and go with heavier weights. Now, I have been taking weight training classes at the Y 2 or 3 times a week, but I was sticking with lighter 3 and 5 pound weights. With Claudia's encouragement, I am now choosing heavier 10-pound weights to more effectively build muscle and protect my bones. And believe me, I feel the difference. And Claudia gave me an awesome home exercise routine that I can do with my brand new 10 and 12-pound weights that I purchased for home use. I'm hopefully going to work my way up to 15 pounds. Anyway, if you would like to see my current exercise routine, let me know in the description box below. And my final favorite is spring. It's just such a beautiful gift after a long winter. Now, I have to admit, it does feel a little bit strange to be living in an apartment and not have a huge garden to tend to for the very first time in my adult life. But I am super excited to garden with my cousin in her amazing backyard garden just a couple of houses down the block. She added some brand new raised beds, ordered 5 yards of beautiful loamy garden soil. I think we must have hauled 25 wheelbarrows of garden soil. Believe me, that was a workout. Anyway, we are currently in the process of planting tons of vegetables and flowers, tomatoes and broccoli, Brussels sprouts, beets, carrots, herbs, you name it, and lots of flowers like zinnias, snapdragons, and salvia. So I will be playing in her garden, harvesting vegetables and flowers all season long. And stay tuned, I will try to do a garden tour once the garden comes up a bit. If you enjoyed my best and worst of 2024 so far, please remember to throw this video a thumbs up. And please share your favorites and fails. I always love hearing from you. Mother's Day can be a little sad for some of us. I lost my mother about 18 years ago, and my daughter lives on the other side of the country, so I always feel a little bit sad on Mother's Day. So this year I bought myself a beautiful geranium for my apartment. Geraniums always remind me of my mother. And I am planning to take Bosley and go to my cousin's and play in the garden all day long. So please remember to take extra good care of yourself and do something special for you on Mother's Day.